John and Simon were two brothers, close to each other in a year, shape and length, even as if they were twins. But they were, however, very different in character. So, Simon was irritable, a lot of anger and complaint about something big of selfishness. As for John, he was calm with a little anger and complaining, liked to provide his services to the needy. John was more privileged in studying than his brother, so he always won the school awards for his diligence and activity. And his brother Simon was jealous of him and called him the lucky one and complained of his misfortune to everyone who saw him. The two brothers were out of school, so he came to the home of Our Lady Makram, and she was an old woman with poor eyesight who lived alone in that house. Simon said to his brother, "Let's speed up one day, my brother, before you notice us. Makram, so she calls us as usual for some work." Simon did not wait for his brother's answer, but expanded his steps. As for John, the lady caught a glimpse of him, and the lady shouted, "John, come to me, I want your help." So John listened to her call and stopped, saying, "Good evening, madam. What do you want me to do to me from a service?" The scent and its appearance. And John arrived in his search to the kitchen, and when the smoke filled it until it could hardly go, then he searched for the source of that smoke until he knew it. If he saw a block of fire among the piles of wood in the corner of the kitchen, and its fire contacted the wet wood floor, and it burned its woods, and I took it, extends around, and its smoke is condensing. So he speeds to the bucket of water. Then he filled it and poured it on the burning wood, and the old lady came to his aid until he was able to overcome the fire, and it went out. And Makram held the hand of John and said, crying, "I thank you, my son, for it was for you that the fire would spread to the house." He burnt it all before, to know the reason, because I am weak, I can hardly see. The woman holding John's hand said, "My son is honored. I pilot again the army, who will come today to visit me as his habitat on every holiday, and I used to prepare for him the food he wanted to make for him with my own hands on every visit. But I overlooked the anthrax that fell between the wood and almost burned the house." John said, "Madam, do not be concerned about what happened, for the danger has now disappeared, and only a small part of the wood on the ground has burned. So sit quietly and calm while I make you a cup of tea." Minutes later, John was offering a cup of tea to the old lady, kept hiding with her until she returned to reassurance and calm. So he said goodbye to her and returned to his home. Simon had finished his food, and John came to him and wanted to tell his mother what had happened. So he asked his brother about her and told him that she went out to visit his grandmother, and then invited him to play with him in the garden. And the play took all John's thinking, so he forgot Al-Makram and what happened to her, did not mention anything to his mother when she returned to the house while he was playing. When evening was having dinner, and went to the bed, and on the next day, when the two brothers were playing together in the garden of the house, a young man carrying a small box came and rang the doorbell and entered, and the parents were in the house, and he sat talking to them and telling them what John had done. While they were listening with admiration and pride to the young man's talk about their son, then the young man opened the box and took out a beautiful toy from it. So he put it on the table between the two parents, and he said, "This is my little gift to John in recognition of his beauty as he saved my mother and my house from the fire." And the young man was the son of the lady Makram. When the two brothers finished, they hurried to their parents, who were sitting. So Simon looked at the game, and he came to it, saying, "Is this game for me?" The mother said that it was John. Simon told Boza and said angrily, "Everything is for John. He is the lucky one. But why did you buy this game for John alone?" The mother said, "We did not buy the game, because it is a gift. The danger of fire, and I was with him on our way from school. So why did you not join him in helping her?" And hurried back to the home, left him alone to save her. Simon became silent and did not utter a single craft, but his face began to blush and show signs of shame on him. And since that day Simon did not say about his brother that he was lucky, as he realized from this incident that the lucky one is always the one who does good.